All right, so a little over 4 months ago, we basically got our first little teaser, kind of like announcement, sneak peek. I don't even know what you want to call it. That Deathball was going to be getting updated again, which, well, as you can see, I haven't touched the game at all in probably 4 or 5 months. And the reason for this is because, well, we never actually got that update. But as of last night, that is officially changed because Sub has officially announced that, from what he says, Anime Defenders is now technically complete, or they're kind of taking a little bit of a break or something like that. I don't know exactly the details, but the point is that they've been working on an update for Deathball, and they got a good amount of it done from the looks of it. Why is this guy trying to like target me right now? Ow. I'm just trying to record, man. This guy's trying to target me. Get out of here, buddy. Either way, if you haven't been keeping up with pretty much the drama on this game was pretty much abandoned by the development team, as I mentioned before, about 4 or 5 months ago. And the main reason was because their Anime Defender game was doing so much better. I mean, the game still averages about 100,000 players. So I fully understand why they did it. But at the same time, it was just really unfortunate, man. For the most part, I feel like a lot of us felt that this had the potential to really take over even Blade Ball, but it just, at the end, guess didn't work out. Now we're going to go over some of the things that have been said once I finish this game, because these guys are targeting me and now I just want to end this guy now. Give me 1 second here. Too easy. Come on, face off, buddy. Come on. You and me. Will you overcome the 1v1? The answer to that is probably going to be no, bud. Ah, we won. Let's go. Now, unfortunately, it did lag out there for a split second at the end, and I thought I was going to die. But anyways, so now let's go over pretty much some of the things that he did say in the Discord server, as well as show you guys the picture, because we already pretty much know that it's going to be somewhat of a solo leveling themed update. First thing, as you can see that I'm going to pop it up right above me here, is progression. So according to what he says, it says, we need better progression system, quest battle pass, items, evolution for champions to unlock more abilities when you're level 100, bringing ranked mode back, boss battles with difficulty options and modifiers, and so on. Better training mode, etc. UI overhaul as well, which is kind of interesting about the UI, considering around that time when the updates were sort of fading off, they did completely redo the UI in the game. It never really looked the way that it looks right now with all of these different little buttons up here. So it's pretty interesting that they're going to take another approach on changing the UI completely again. But the most important thing that I did see here was the fact that they are planning to add some type of evolution system to every single one of your level 100 champions. At this point, because it's been so long, the Deathball community is pretty dedicated, so it's pretty much near impossible that the people that have stuck around with the game are not already at level 100 for every single one of their champions. I personally have all of my champions level 100, and I think obviously another one of the big things that were mentioned here is the seasons, or the ranked mode. This is something that a lot of people were having a really great time with, and unfortunately it did come to an end because they couldn't keep up with it due to the fact that they were focusing more on Anime Defenders. Hopefully they make a couple of changes and it comes back looking a lot better than what it was before, since I do know that at one point it was a little rough to actually get games started. Some of the people in the high ranks just were in completely empty servers. Not too sure when it came closer to the end of the season, because I do know that I ended up kind of like stepping away from the game once I saw that the updates were slowing down. But either way, man, definitely really excited to see these quests as well as battle passes. I think that's going to be a really nice addition to somewhat of like a competitive game. Next thing that was mentioned is content, just the overall brand new content. As you can see here, it was mentioned that we're going to be getting obviously some more champions. That was a dead giveaway. More boss battles, which goes back to the new little teaser image that I wanted to show you a couple of months back. To be a little more exact, it was around March of this year, which is kind of insane. We did get this image right here, which was an obvious giveaway that it was going to be a solo leveling themed boss. A lot of people were super excited about this, but obviously we ended up getting nothing from this. But with last night's teaser, we did go ahead and get this image right here, which in my opinion, not only are we looking at the solo leveling boss again, but we're also seeing potentially what could be a brand new champion. Not too much information on this, but I'm sure that as we get closer to the release date, we'll be able to go ahead and break that down a little bit better. Another thing that was mentioned there is better structured raids. Not too sure what that means. Then obviously more swords, more items that can be attached to the swords, which is interesting. Death effects, finishers, pretty cool stuff. It seems like they have quite a bit of content planned. And from what we've seen that the testers have sort of like leaked out there, it seems like a lot of this is even done. Then at the very end, he mentions about future proof. Says fix economy issues and gem inflation, better trading, shiny swords, custom dual wields, things that retain value over time. We'll be overhauling the entire card pack system to do something entirely new that works better long term, introduce leaderboard rewards, automated tournaments, private server commands. I want to make sure that we have a system in place so we can update regularly in the future, and all this will allow this to happen. I don't know, man. It seems like Sub is really optimistic here, and while at the same time also very ambitious, but not for a second do I ever doubt that his team can't pull it off. I mean, he's done some pretty crazy stuff with Deathball when they were actively updating it, and there's no denying that him and his team do some really incredible work. I feel like they've pretty much proven that over on Anime Defender. Now, I'm gonna be honest, I don't really think that he would go out of his way to hype this up so in advance. I feel like if he did it at the very start of the week, we're more than likely going to be seeing this update either this weekend or maybe even the following weekend. I'm leaning a little more towards this weekend because he's not really known for hyping things up unless they're pretty much done, which is kind of ironic for me to say that considering he did hype up an update 5 months ago and never released it. But when he was actively updating, he made sure that he had pretty much the core of everything completed before he actually put the message out there. I think when it comes to the whole entire having to wait 4 or 5 months for an update was just an unfortunate moment at that time where he kind of just put out the message, pinged everyone, and there was really no going back at that point. The damage was pretty much done, and I'm sure that at the time he really didn't care because Anime Defenders was peaking 200,000+ players. Now, what does that say for the channel? It means that we will pretty much be doing Deathball content again. Over the last couple of months, I've been seeing all of your comments. You guys are commenting on the old Deathball videos, as well as even joining my live streams and telling me that I should do more Deathball content. I told you guys a million times I would not touch the game until they update. So here we are. As for my stuff, I still pretty much have everything except for obviously those swords that you guys saw that I was borrowing from the Bank Clan leader, and I went ahead and handed those back a while ago. So pretty much everything that I have right now is 100% mine. Realistically, we will not be fully back with Deathball until this update drops. I just wanted to go ahead and sort of let my people know that, you know, maybe played Deathball back in the days and just aren't keeping up to date. Maybe you left because you thought the game was just pretty much over. So because you're not in the Discord server, you never even saw this announcement. I think there is still very much room for this to pretty much take over the entire kind of like, I don't even know what kind of genre this would be, like the ball hitting genre. Is that a name for it? Competitive ball genre? I don't know. Let me know in the comments what you guys think. I know that a lot of you are probably going to be like, I'll believe it when I see it. And to those people, I have to say, I agree 100%. But I figured I'd go ahead and update you guys. We might go ahead and squeeze in some Deathball streams because I have been streaming pretty much every single day, Monday through Saturday, closer to nighttime. So I definitely want to go ahead and get a little more warmed up with Deathball since I haven't really been playing. So I hope to see some of you guys there, but that's going to go ahead and pretty much do it for this video. Sorry, it was kind of everywhere. I was trying to play while also record. But I realized that that's just, it's not a possibility. That's the reason why I remember now that back in the days, I used to kind of play music instead of talk. But either way, man, I hope that you guys enjoyed it. I will see you in the next one. Take care.